If you're trying to start making AI videos right now, you've probably noticed there are way too many all-in-one tools to choose from. OpenArt, Higgsfield, InVideo AI, Freepik, and at least a dozen others that all claim to do the same thing. And the worst part is, they actually don't. Each one of these tools is built for a completely different type of person, which means if you pick the wrong one, you're going to waste weeks learning a platform that was never designed for what you're actually trying to make. I've been using these tools almost every single day for over a year now, and after testing all of them side by side, I can tell you exactly which one fits your workflow, your budget, and the kind of videos you want to create. So by the end of this breakdown, you'll know exactly which tool you should be using, and just as importantly, which ones you should avoid entirely. I'll link to every platform mentioned below. Let's start off with InVideo. InVideo is an all-in-one platform that has one of the most interesting separating features out there, which makes it perfect for anyone who is in automation and long-form video creation with as little input as possible. Right here, you can select the agents and models, and you'll have the possibility to just click yourself into one of the models that you want to use and access them directly through there. InVideo has most of the best and most used models out there, like Google Veo, Sora 2 Pro, Kling, and Minimax, but also a ton of image generators like Nano Banana Pro, Seedream, Midjourney, Ideogram Pro, and others. It also lets you create characters, and you can even check out what's trending online and make videos using those trends, which is super useful if you want to ride what's already working. But what really sets InVideo apart is the AI videos feature. It does have this huge prompt box, but what I like to use is something called workflows. This is essentially a way to prompt something just by clicking and filling out information that in the end structures it out into a proper prompt for you. This means you don't need to be a prompt engineer or spend hours figuring out the perfect wording. You just fill in the blanks and the system does the job. So if we go to something like explainer video on here, you'll have the possibility to create a video up to 10 minutes long and specifically make it for YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. But for my example, I'll go with 3 minutes just to show you what it looks like. You'll be able to insert your topic, like a video breaking down the history of the weather app. You can add all the relevant information you need, but you can also just add things and describe what type of background music you want, for example chill, and then you can choose any language, add subtitles, watermarks, and so on. When you're done, you can just click proceed, and then it formats it into a nicely made prompt. Then you can proceed to generation. This is where it really gets interesting, because you can select Pro Mode. Pro Mode is something that allows you to use the absolute best models out there, where you're only using AI videos from Sora 2 and Veo 3.1, which means you're getting the highest quality output possible without having to manually switch between different tools.
What if I told you that just 50 years ago, predicting tomorrow's weather was often little more than an educated guess?
What is really interesting as well is the editing capabilities of those videos. You're actually able to just go back and forth and edit them with simple text prompts. So if something is not quite right, you do not have to start from scratch. You can just tell it what to change and it adjusts accordingly. Now, if you're looking for stock videos, InVideo does also offer stock videos and stuff like that. But if you're looking forward to using it as an AI generator, you'll want to get a generative plan, which at a monthly cost comes to $120 a month. It's definitely one of the more expensive all-in-one platforms we're reviewing today, but it's by far the best solution for long-form video creation from as little as one prompt. The next platform is one that many creators consider when looking for an all-in-one solution, mainly because it brings multiple tools and models in a single workspace. Overall, it's designed to offer a balance between a simple interface, access to a wide range of models, and a bunch of specialized features. The platform I'm talking about is OpenArt. When you log in, you'll see the main dashboard. Most of the tools are organized on the left side, where you can switch between video, images, audio, and other features. So if I jump over to video, here you'll see that I have access to all video models, all the most used and the most powerful ones. Each one you click on, you have this simple interface that allows you to tweak any settings that you would possibly need. You have the image section right here, and this is where you'll find all of the best models. You have Seedream, Nano Banana, Ideogram Pro, Flux, GPT Image 1.5. All of those are easy to access and always at your disposal. But as I already mentioned, what really separates this platform is just the amount of specific models and extra features that you get with it. One of the best ones is the consistent character creation. Here you do not even need to start with a lot of images. You're usually prompted to just give one, and then you'll be able to train a character around that. This is massive because other platforms require you to upload dozens of reference images before you can get any kind of consistency. But here, you can get started immediately with just a single photo. Not only that, but you have the audio capabilities where you're able to use a ton of other models like 11 Labs and Minimax, but you're also able to train your own voice in this all-in-one platform. platform. So if you want your videos to have a custom voiceover that sounds like you or a specific character, you can do that without needing a separate subscription to another service. Another key thing is the story feature, which allows you to create a music video, explainer video, character vlog, or an ASMR video with just a couple of prompts. Now you would imagine that this would cost a ton, judging from the previous platform we reviewed, but this one is actually pretty generous with its pricing. You have the Essentials plan that comes at $14 a month, the Advanced plan at $29, Infinite at $56, and Wonder at $240 a month. So you do have a lot of flexibility in between plans. You can also get extra credits as you'll need throughout the month, which all in all makes this just a super good all-in-one solution for anyone looking to get into AI video through an all-in-one platform. Now imagine being able to create an entire AI video system that you set up once and then use over and over again without ever having to rebuild it. Well, that is the exact separating feature that made Freepik make this list, Spaces. But before we get into that, let me give you a quick overall look at Freepik. As with the previous platforms, you can access the image and video generators separately. It has all of the best and most used image models, like Google's entire list of models and Seedream as well as Flux. I also love the way it structures out the models. Here you have them in those little folders where you can easily access Seedream, Flux, the Google models, and as well as the Mystic models. You also have the possibility to use both Runway and Audiogram. Same goes for video, it's really easy to access. The UI here is a little bit different, but the ease of use still stays the same. Now, the audio is more limited compared to OpenArt. It has fewer models and is less versatile, but overall it still gives you the essential features you need. But let's get more towards that systematic approach to AI that Freepik has chosen with one of the newest features here, and that is Spaces. So whenever you're creating a space, you can do it by clicking right here, and this will bring you to this board. You will now be able to generate and add any media, text, or video, and connect them with each other using nodes. So if I add a text box and I create an image generator node, I'll be able to bring this up beside it and connect them in between. This allows you to create huge webs of connected systems where you'll essentially just be able to change a couple of prompts and get a totally new result. The power here is that once you build a workflow that works, you never have to rebuild it, you just swap out the inputs and the entire chain updates automatically. This goes for clothing design. For example, if you're making some kind of a list of icons or anything similar to that, where you're relying on consistency, Freepik gives you that, and that really narrows in on the type of person that I think this fits best for, and that's someone who uses AI for more high leverage stuff and a lot of repetitive tasks, with Freepik helping you do that with a lot more ease than any other platform. If you find yourself doing the same type of generation over and over again, this is the tool that will save you the most time in the long run. Now, regarding the pricing, it's also not as expensive as some other platforms. You have the Essential package at $10, Premium at $19, Premium Plus at $42, and Pro at $270. Now, what's really cool is that you get the new Spaces feature at the cheapest plan out there. So if you're only looking for that, you can easily grab the cheapest package and set it up. A filmmaker's dream is what I would describe the next platform, Artlist. The reason being is because it's a platform that was initially made all around footage and sound effects and anything that is used as a supporting element in any video, film, or anything else. And only after that, they added their AI suite to the mix. This is important because it means the foundation of this platform was built for real video production workflows, not as an afterthought. Now, covering just the AI, you have the AI video and AI image on the left here, and you can easily switch between them. The text to image section has all the necessary models that you might need, and same goes for image to image. In AI video, you also have all of the most used models with a pretty easy to navigate interface. Besides that, it also has the AI voiceover section, and it actually works a little bit differently in a way that I like a little bit more than other all-in-one platforms. You can see here that in the bottom, you have the selection of voices, but it also adds a description and a video that kind of represents what the voice is best for. And in my opinion, it helps a lot with selecting the correct voice for anything that you might need, because instead of just guessing based on a name, you can actually preview how that voice fits different types of content. You can of course also train your own voices here. You have a pretty decent amount of variation you can add to any voice. You also have the possibility to select different presets and music presets. Then you have the creative assets, and this is what Artlist really was before the AI suite was added. You have the sound effects, the footage, the templates, the LUTs, tools, spotlight, and everything that you would need for making any type of video. There is one separating feature though that really elevates this entire mix of both presets and AI and puts it together into one of the coolest features that I have seen in an AI tool, which is called an artboard. An artboard is basically a setup of assets that are all tailored to whatever your idea is. So if you create an artboard, you can write a project about a minimalistic running app made for people who love clean design and jogging. So that is what we'll get. You get access to a ton of music presets for inspiration, along with stock footage and sound effects you can use for whatever you're creating. And it's all really easy to change, add to, or remove. So instead of spending hours searching through libraries, trying to find assets that match your vibe, Artlist just pulls everything together for you based on your project description. So for a filmmaker or the person who is working on a project project and they just want to find a ton of content immediately, this is a really good solution. Regarding the pricing, it's actually pretty decently priced. You have the music and sound effects plan at $10 a month. Then you have the AI suite, and remember, if you're only buying one of those, you're not getting the other. So if you're buying just music and sound effects, you're not getting the AI suite. And if you're buying the AI suite, you're not getting the music and sound effects, which is why you would most likely need the Artlist Max version at $40 a month, which will allow you to have both the stock catalog and the AI tools in one go. Now, this next platform has finally made it easy for any beginner to jump into the AI video and image world without wasting time on the learning curve. The platform is called Higgsfield, and before we get into the huge library of templates and presets that make getting into video much easier, let's quickly run through the basics. So first of all, one thing you may notice is that this platform is a little bit more on the cluttered side, which is a bit of a letdown, but is by no means a problematic thing. At the top, you have the image section where you can do anything that relates to an image. You can create images, access some of the models, but you can also do something that is called Fashion Factory that allows you to create fashion sets from just a couple of images. You can upscale things, face swap, and do a ton of other stuff just inside this one section. There is also the popcorn feature, something that allows you to create stories from just a couple of images. You can upload 2 images of something, and it'll put it together into a neatly organized video combining all of those elements, which is perfect if you want to turn static content into something dynamic without a ton of effort. Next up, you have video, where you can create videos in all of the different styles. You also have the lip sync studio, something that is super useful if you absolutely need to lip sync a video for whatever you need. Then you have the editing capabilities, which are pretty useful. They have something called InPaint, which allows you to edit things by just painting over them. Next up, they have the Cinema Studio. It's a tool that allows you to upload an image or a prompt and then build it up into an entire movie-like video, and it's super useful for things like ads. But going back to that ease of access, it really starts off at the Explore page. Anything that you click on here will allow you to basically use it as a preset, meaning you have a ton of visual effects at your disposal with whatever assets that you want to use. This is huge for beginners because instead of staring at a blank prompt box wondering where to start, you can just click on something that looks cool and build from there. You also have an entire AI chatbot that is made to assist you at any time with any type of project that you have. They call it a team of PhDs in your pocket, built for creators, which is insanely useful if you ever get stuck or need guidance on how to approach something. The next thing is apps. This is where you can basically have all of those features organized in a more easy to visualize way, where it actually has a little preview of whatever you can do there. So this tool is really optimized for anyone trying to get into video to get as good of a result as easy as possible. When it comes down to pricing though, it's also really neutral. It has the basic tier where you can only access the models, and currently only up to 2 videos and 2 images, as well as 1 character. So I would definitely recommend going for something like Pro or Ultimate to really get the full access of this tool. Pro comes at $29 a month and gets you some cool image models, as well as more videos and images to create concurrently. The Ultimate tier at $35 for the first month allows you to access almost the entire suite, with only the final tier opening up every single capability at $89 for the first month. Now you know exactly which specific platform fits you, but the next problem is understanding the core mechanics, because relying on those pre-made templates or presets will only get you so far. I broke down the 2 principles you need to actually get good results in this video right here. Click it to start making videos right away, and I'll see you there.